Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, everybody. Welcome back to episode 3 on my new server, TerickTime World 2. If anybody has a better name, let me know. Because right now, I'm at a loss. I've been struggling to come up with something to call it other than just TerickTime, but that's as far as we've gotten. So, in our last episode, we planted up this big old field, made this kind of little ruined wall around it, and then honestly, if you made it through last episode, thank you. Because I, I, I don't feel good about it, to be honest with you. I kind of pushed it out a little bit more than I should have, but yeah. So after we finished up last episode, we kind of came back in here and made this little path just to be able to get up to the top layer of the farm area here without having to drop down and stomp on the crops, because that's just annoying. So we did a couple more things on the... I'm gonna stop trying to walk around like that. It's just too difficult. We did a little bit more work on the back here where I'm trying to add a little bit more detail and variation to this build. So I've experimented with kind of adding this little bit of a wood jut out here. I like the color of the diorite roof, but not okay with the shape of it. So I'm going to leave it for now until I kind of come up with a better design and then come back in and fix it. So for now, that's just going to stay how it is. We're just going to ignore this. I really like how the bottom part turned out, kind of incorporating the dark oak logs into the spruce logs, into the spruce planks, just kind of added a little bit of variation with the brick on the corners still. So really like how that turned out. But yeah, that roof is, not good. That being said, we have been able to get a little bit more enchanting done. We're almost up to a fully enchanted set of diamond gear, but I still don't have a reliable source of XP, which is a huge problem. So one thing that happened is I was breeding cows, and I had a whole bunch of them escape, kind of like this guy here, and I was running some cows down, and I made this little path because, well, I got over here and there was a cow hanging out here, but I dodged this hole and then I fell into this one, and I was like, oh, well, I didn't even know this was here. So hey, why not? Let's go exploring. And look what's literally right here. It's unfortunately a zombie spawner, but you know what? A spawner is a spawner when it isn't a cave spider spawner. So I've got it all lit up here, and today we're going to set ourselves up with enough rotten flesh for the rest of the season. Let's get ready to get into this. Alrighty, folks, so I'm just going to be digging this out a little bit. This isn't going to be a tutorial video because, well, I honestly had to look up a tutorial as well, and there are so many people out there that make tutorial videos so much very better than me. So I will link the tutorial video I kind of watched to give myself a refresher, but I will bring you back in when we do something just a little bit different, kind of throwing a 117 twist on a spawner farm, which I thought was kind of cool. And considering we haven't gone into the nether to get some soul sand, we can't make an elevator right now, but we still want all these zombies to be a one-hit kill. So let me dig this out and get everything prepped, and then I will show you how I'm going to add my own little twist onto this zombie spawner. Alrighty, so we've got a working spawner farm right now. I did follow the video done by Wattles. I'll throw a link to that in the description if you want to take a look at how everything is kind of built up there. But as I said before, I don't have any soul sand to be able to, push these guys up to be able to drop them 23 blocks. So as you can see here, it's taking me a while to kill them. So really, my sword's probably going to take more durability than I'm going to be able to mend anything. So I had the idea using a pointed dripstone because, well, when mobs fall on it, they take damage. So we're just going to drop that guy in there, and then let's see. Let's see if we can maybe get a one-hit kill out of this. I'll take 2 hits. 2 hits versus 5. We should be able to kind of work with that. So underneath here, because we do have the pointed dripstone, they're not falling onto a hopper, so they're falling onto a block. So we put a hopper minecart here into a hopper into a chest, so we can still collect some of the drops. Nothing, too monumental, but I figured, we might as well collect it. And then just in case anything gets stuck on the top of the dripstone, you can just kind of stand here on this corner, and you will still be able to get those drops. So I'm going to sit here for 15 minutes, and we're just at the beginning of 29, so we'll give it 15 minutes and see what I can get out of this farm. Alright, so I've been sitting here for 15 minutes hacking up zombies. Just going to kill the last couple here. And we were just at the beginning of 29, and we're almost up to 33 right now. So for a single spawner, really, I'm pretty happy with this. It's enough to be able to let me probably finish getting some enchanted gear, and then be able to repair tools as well, hopefully. Enough until we can get into the end and build ourselves a much better ender farm. So let's I'm gonna go back and clean up my inventory here a little bit, and we're gonna get a couple of more things accomplished in this episode. Okay, now that we're all planted and harvested and enchanted, we did get a couple of enchants on our English is so not working this morning. Our iron gear, just some level 1 stuff. The best one I got was the Feather Falling 2, which will hopefully keep me from falling to my death, which is something I'm known to do. Unfortunately, that Hoe enchant, as amazing as it had Fortune 2 on it, which I wanted the silk on it, so I could use it for collecting some leaves. Although I guess I could use shears, but, that's okay. The other thing you may be wondering is, why am I holding my pickaxe while I'm harvesting? Two things. One, if you hold a fortune tool while harvesting, you actually get a little bit more. At least I've been told. And honestly, I've seen a significant increase in when I do it versus when I don't do it. So, like, I filled up this entire barrel without even touching that part of the hill there on the field. So, to me, that's a win. I do kind of want to make it a Fortune 3 hoe eventually, just not quite yet in the world, because, well, we're in infancy. We're only in episode 2. The other thing that works really well is... at least I don't know if this is still a thing. I probably should look into this. Is planting crops in alternate rows. So by having carrots and then potatoes and then carrots and potatoes, it used to be. I should find this out. Hang on. Okay, so I looked into it. I can only find information from like 2014, 2015, which is a long time ago. But it basically states that when crops grow in rows like this, either on the y-axis or the not y-x or z-axis, they grow faster. But if I had potatoes and potatoes here, this potato here would have its growth rate cut in half, which is a lot. So yeah, when you're growing crops manual like this and you're wanting to get lots, it is 100% worth it to utilize a fortune tool when you harvest them, and then plant everything in rows. It will grow so much faster. So And even, like, I've done it with my melons and pumpkins over there, and you can see I've got a whole bunch here already, all ready to go. So what I need to do is get something different going on with my wheat field, but I am less concerned with that because I'm just using it to grow cows, and then they poop out food. Right? Yeah, they don't die, I swear. Okay, so what I want to do now is, this is the path over to our recently made zombie farm, but this to get down is not okay. So what I'm thinking is we're going to take just a little bit of the dirt out the top here. I do want to make it a little bit of a cave kind of thing. Whoops. So then having the path kind of come up to here, I might build out the mountain just a little bit, and then we can kind of have a staircase that kind of comes down and kind of loops around and then comes back this way and ends up over here. We'll probably dig this down a little bit if we can, and then we just head on down the ladder to get to the actual spawner, which is right there. And you can hear I have some friends. So I'm going to take the XP because, well, I'm greedy. I'm gonna dig this out a little bit and kind of get a general shape going on, and then I'll grab some materials and bring you back in, and we'll see what we can do with this little entrance just to make it just that a little bit nicer here. So in this next part of the video, I really don't know what happened, but none of my, well, game audio recorded just fine. Everything I said during this segment did not. So the basic gist of what we're doing is making the cave pretty. Yeah, so I'm gonna speed this up a little bit so you folks can at least see it and hopefully enjoy it with some tunes, and then I'll catch you back in just a minute here. Alrighty, so again, really sorry about that. I literally have no idea why my audio didn't work there. Really, I just no idea. So, I did cut out a little bit of the building process just because it was way too jumpy at high speed. So we'll just do a little, recap now. So, ta-da! We have a little mineshaft entrance kind of looking dealio, but I'm actually really happy with how this turned out. So again, really trying to push myself to be less of a functional builder and a little bit more of a decorative builder. So by utilizing just different block variations, incorporating, the barrel into the stripped log, into the trapdoors, covering the bottom of these stripped ones, and then utilizing not only dark oak, but just up here, spruce for some of the roof as well, just to kind of give it a little bit of contrast for the edge versus the top side there. Just really like how that turned out. And then the actual inside of the cave as well, really, throwing around a bunch of different blocks, trying to kind of have these little veins and kind of nodes that would be, in natural generation as much as I possibly can. And then starting to incorporate some of this mossy stuff here with a couple of mossy blocks, and then really coming down into this, lush cave that we've created. So having the lichen and some of the lanterns for some just ambient lighting, and then just being really green with a little waterfall. And yeah, I'm really, really happy with how this little cave turned out. Just very, very natural, very pretty. So, I also found out that I can't AFK down there. A little chicken jockey, he got through those trapdoors and he killed me. It was very unfortunate. Thankfully, I did not lose anything because I was coming back to the computer pretty quick. But yeah, it was that was a surprise. So, but yeah, that's a terribly close-up shot of my face. I'm so very sorry, but that is gonna actually conclude this episode. I really appreciate you folks sharing your day with me. It's truly always appreciated. If you did see anything you liked, please drop a comment, drop a like, drop maybe even a sub if you really liked it. I would really, really appreciate it, the feedback. It's always great to know that somebody's enjoying what you're doing. So thank you to everybody who has been commenting. It really does mean a lot knowing that some people are out there watching. It makes it very rewarding. So thank you, everybody. And until next time, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night.